back to my YouTube channel. Now I am back with another video. I am so sorry that I have not uploaded literally in a whole month. Thank you for being patient with me. A girl has been busy. But today we'll be talking about tips for upcoming freshmen. And let me tell you, everybody has been in your place. People were anxious, nervous, because high school, depending on your school, is a very big school and there's like a lot of more students, there's a lot more classes, there's a lot more hallways here and there. It's okay to be nervous, but that's why I am here to help you and guide you through. My high school experience, it was pretty good. It has its ups and downs, but honestly, if you have people that support you, you will make it through. Now, if I keep looking at my phone, that's because I have the notes down here. Let's get on to it. The first tip is buy some school supplies, especially having different folders for each class, and make sure you have enough pencils, pens, and highlighters. Now, when I say buy some school supplies, I'm not saying go over the top. Please invest in a good backpack and some good pencils and pens. But other than that, don't. You don't need literally every single thing in that aisle. You don't need it. Second tip is make sure you have an emergency kit, having a heating pad, deodorant, baby wipe, hand sanitizer, etc. We be in school for like literally 8 hours. I don't know, or 9. Some people be there 9. Tip number 3, make sure to go to open house. It is very important to be prepared so you can have like a tour in the high school, get to know some of the teachers, get to know some of your schedule. I definitely went to open house before my freshman year. Tip number 4, now this is just my personal advice. After the first day of school, just treat yourself, get some Starbucks, or buy that sweater that you've been looking at and it's been in your cart for a long time. You got it over with. You were anxious and now you're a bit more calm. Tip number 5 is meet your counselor. Just wait for the first 2-3 weeks to be over with because they will be busy, like dealing with new students, people transferring, people changing the schedule. Most of the time your counselor will be pretty chill, but I know some schools are very different. Like my old school, it was different by the year, and then in my other old school that I went for literally for my junior year, it depended on your last name, but you had that counselor for freshman year all the way to senior year. I know my counselor for my junior year, she was amazing. She let me go on a few field trips that were for freshmen, and that's why I'm telling you, get to know your counselors. If they can, they will help you out a lot. My counselor wrote me a letter of recommendation that's needed for college. She was so sweet in it and it just made me want to cry a little bit. So yeah, meet your counselors, basically what I'm trying to get. Tip number 6, you don't need honor classes. Now, this is my opinion only because I know there are some colleges that you're trying to apply for. They do look at your resume, I guess you want to call it. They do look at your classes and see what you took. Some of the colleges are very difficult to get in. This is just depending on you. If you feel like you can get into a good college that's not very difficult to get in, you honestly don't need no honor classes. I didn't have no honor classes, like 0, probably like 1, but I only had it for like 3 weeks because I kind of missed that class like 5 times and they were strict on attendance. It was a good thing that it took me out of it. It was my senior year. I wanted it to be chill. Talking about classes, let's talk about a little bit about the schedule. I think it would be best if your freshman year you have classes that are a little bit more difficult, and it's best to just get the hard ones first, because let me tell you, your senior year you will have senioritis. It's actually a thing. People be telling me,
oh, you have senioritis, you won't feel like doing anything.
And I always thought like, what
the heck is senioritis? Like, of course I'm gonna be doing something.
This is my last year. I want to get it over with. Senioritis is actually a thing. I didn't even want to do anything in my senior year. Just give me the easy classes and I'm out of here. I saw a few of my classmates, they had some hard classes for senior year. They were struggling through. Please get the harder classes first for your freshman year and sophomore year. That way your 2 last years, it can be pretty chill, especially for your senior year. Again, it is up to you, totally up to you. Also, colleges accept mostly people through the ACT and CAT. Tip number 7, be nice to people. You may never know what someone's going through. I know there's some people that you're gonna meet and you're gonna really question,
why are you like this?
Honestly, I thought the same about a few of my classmates. I always thought, why were they always acting like this? A few of my classmates, like they had problems at home. You may never know what someone's going through. So at the end of the day, just be nice to people. Tip number 8 is to join some clubs. And I think it would be best if you do, but if you have a busy schedule after school, don't do it. It would add up a lot of stress. It would be good that you can join into a club because you get to meet new people that also have the same interests as you, and you get to learn something new. This, you have to listen to me, boy or girl, I do not care. This is very important. Tip number 9, don't get into drama. Don't get into drama. Don't be a gossiper. You do not want that type of energy in your life. Basically, problems that could have been definitely avoided, but some people are just childish. After high school, most of these people that you had drama with, you're not gonna even see them. Also, you may hear rumors about yourself. Sometimes you really can't control it, and at the end of the day, you know what's right and wrong. And if you have really good friends in your circle, they'll also know what's right and wrong. If there's rumors about you, you really can't do nothing about it. The most you can do is just deny it and live your best life and not let it get to you. But everything changes out of high school. Most of these people are just bums anyway. Tip number 10, do not go boy crazy. At that age, they're not gonna commit to you. Most of these boys are trying to have fun, explore, and if one day you decide to sleep with them, which I really hope you don't, there's a lot of sex disease out there. I've seen a lot of girls who got pregnant and their baby daddies are not part of their lives. And it's sad because the baby honestly doesn't deserve that. And maybe you'll find a nice boy, but take things slow. Also, stay away from seniors who are trying to flirt with you, boy or girl. You're literally a minor and most of these seniors are 18. And do not do anything that you are not comfortable with. No is no, okay? You gotta protect yourself, protect your body. No is no. If you're not comfortable with it, don't do it. And if they really love or care about you, they'll understand. Don't go boy crazy. Don't sleep with them. Do not fall into peer pressure. Tip 11. Make sure to stay top on your grades from the beginning of the semester. Make sure you stay on top of it so that way you don't stress out at the end, because that will help you a lot. Tip number 12. Be nice to the teachers. It is not funny that you're being rude to them. Like, what type of person do you have to be to make these teachers' life harder? And most of the time, these teachers are pretty cool. A few of the teachers that I had in the past, my grade in their class was like a 79 or 89, and luckily they would try to put that 1 point up, and I'm very grateful that they did, because literally 1 point can change your grade. Tip number 12, don't disrespect your guardian or guardians for a friend. If your guardian said no to the mall, then you can't go to the mall. Don't sneak out. Don't lose their trust. There's a good chance that your friend, you won't even talk to them in a year or two. So you did all that for what? Your guardian is the one that's going to be supporting you through high school. They're the one paying your supplies. They're the one giving you support. They're the one making sure you have a roof over your head and talking to you, having a conversation. I know my mom is literally the best human being in the whole wide world. For me to even think about losing her trust over a friend, no. Tip number 14. Now, this is if you get a job in freshman year. I know to apply for a job is a little bit more complicated since you're still a minor, but if you do have one, do not put your job over school. I know getting that paycheck is a good feeling, but if you're behind of schoolwork because you just want to keep working, that stress will get to you. Stay focused, get good grades, try to work less days if you can. Tip number 15. If you're ever feeling stressed or if you're ever feeling upset, please talk to somebody. Do not bottle up all those emotions. It will get back to you really bad. There was moments that I was really upset and I didn't want to talk to my mom for a while. So one day out of the blue, I started crying really bad. Like, I couldn't control my crying. All could have been avoided just talking to my mom, which I did at the end, and we got some McDonald's. At that time, I loved McDonald's and I wasn't vegan, but we got McDonald's and I was really happy. I feel so much better inside and out. It just feels good to talk to somebody. Tip number 16, stay true to yourself. It's crazy to me because something is weird and the next day it's a trend and everybody likes it. I remember people would bully you if you had your clothes from Goodwill. All of a sudden, it's a trend and it's cute to go to thrifting. Y'all were just bullying people. Same thing for the brand champion. So just stay true to yourself. Tip number 17. Take many pictures and go to all of the school events if you can. Time goes by quick. 4 years sounds like a very long time. And to be honest, it does. Appreciate the moments and have fun. Tip number 17 is the friends you enter in high school, most likely you'll drift apart with them. A lot of people during high school are learning about themselves, maturing, going to different paths. If you guys drift apart, most of the time, it's just what happens. Sometimes it's just for the best. If it wasn't meant to be, then it wasn't meant to be. So don't feel like it's your fault. Sometimes those people are toxic or not. I've seen some friendships that have lasted a very long time. Prove those people wrong. Tip number 19. Now, this made me talk a lot, especially in elementary and middle school. Don't do drugs. Don't do it. Protect your health. I've seen a lot of people that be like,
Oh, just do it. It won't do anything to you.
don't go into that peer pressure. Most of these times, the people that are doing drugs in high school, they get addicted to it, and for some reason, they look way older by senior year. I have these extra tips that I think are good to know throughout high school. It's just 3 advice that I have. The first one is bring your own lunch from home. The cafeteria food is just gross. It really give you a slice of pizza and you have to drink it down with milk. And I think it's just better for your health if you bring food from home. Advice number 2, if you can learn how to drive, do it and get that permit as soon as you can. You will thank yourself for not paying Uber, asking for a ride. Now, the last advice is if you're thinking about having a sweet 16 or a 15, rethink about it. The friends you invite, most likely you won't even talk to them after high school. I think it's best to get a car or maybe use that money for a down payment of a house. That's what we did. But then again, these are just my advice and I just feel like a lot of people don't really talk about it, so I'm just putting it out there so you guys can know. For anybody watching this that are actually freshmen going to high school, you will be okay. Relax. Don't overthink it. You are not alone. A lot of people has been in your place. And I hope your first day is really, really good. You can do it. You can do it. That is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching my channel and I'll see you next time. Bye.